Good Saturday afternoon. Todd Warren here along with Jesse Kelly and Josh Marshall here in the Forecast Center as we have another update on the severe weather situation. The National Weather Service has just issued our first tornado watch of the day. It's in effect for the areas of red that you see here in effect until 8 p.m. Does include Shreveport, Bossier, does include Texarkana, does not as of yet include Minden, but eventually you too will see the severe weather later on. But right now, again, a small part of northwest Louisiana, northeast Texas, all of southwest Arkansas, and of course McCurtain County in southeast Oklahoma under a tornado watch that is in effect until 8 p.m. this evening. As far as the latest on the thunderstorms, you can see the line which is making its way through the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex as we speak. This line is making its way, we calculated earlier, about 30 miles per hour moving towards the east. And at that pace, kind of give you an idea on when we'll see it move into various locations here across the Arklatex. As far as areas close to Clarksville, probably looking at it arriving in the next hour and a half or so. Texarkana, it's about, about 4 hours away, so we calculated about 5 o'clock for Texarkana at its current pace. Now keep in mind these lines do sometimes accelerate. Further to the south in Mount Pleasant, looking at it arriving and moving east at 30, so we're looking a little bit less than 3 hours, so probably arriving there between 3:30 and 4 o'clock as far as Mount Pleasant. Atlanta, Queen City, probably looking obviously another hour after that. And further to the south, let's take you along the I-20 corridor here. We would see the line make its way into the Marshall area about 5 hours from now, so about 6 o'clock. And you can see it would move into the Shreveport area. Do some quick math here at 6.5 hours, so that would be about 6:37 o'clock this evening at its present pace. Now keep in mind, that's just a line itself. One thing that will change any thunderstorm activity that you do experience would be the possibility for some discrete cells popping up out ahead of the main line and clear the measuring tool off. And you can see we already have some of those cells popping up over parts of the Arklatex. Now these currently not severe, but are making their way towards the north. So we'll be watching these very, very closely as we go through the afternoon hours as the atmosphere continues to destabilize. Do have dew points here across the Arklatex in the low 70s. Very, very humid atmosphere in place. So the fuel is here, and we have a great deal of instability, which is only going to get worse as we go through the afternoon. So we will likely begin to see these storms begin to increase in intensity and possibly could become severe as we progress our way through the afternoon. But as far as the line itself, main threat will be perhaps a little bit of hail as well as a widespread damaging wind threat. And keep in mind too, some of these discrete cells, especially where we do have that tornado watch, 1 or 2 strong tornadoes could be a possibility later on this afternoon and this evening. Quick look at latest model forecast, and you can see this is a combination, Futurecast and the high-resolution rapid refresh model. Look like they're pretty much one right on top of the other, so they are agreeing as far as the timing as of right now. And you can see that showing the line, you can see it is a little bit slower actually than what I calculated earlier for Texarkana. It has it moving in, looks like about 6:37 for Texarkana, arriving in Shreveport obviously a bit after that. I think I mentioned 7 for Shreveport. The model is indicating that the timing could be a little bit later in the evening. And you can see that activity would gradually work its way through the region during the evening and overnight hours tonight as the severe weather threat likely will wane somewhat during the night tonight. So again, repeating once again, we do have a tornado watch that is in effect for these areas of red. That includes Shreveport and Bossier City, basically Caddo and Bossier parishes in northwest Louisiana, all of northeast Texas near and north of Interstate 20, all of southwest Arkansas, as well as McCurtain County in southeast Oklahoma.